My name is Larissa. I was born in Brazil and I came to Germany when I was 16 to study at the ballet school. My mom was a ballet teacher and I grew up with dance, so I've never known a life without dance.
My name is Jacqui and I was born in Johannesburg, South Africa, and I lived there for 3 years before relocating to England with my family. All of my family play musical instruments, either at a professional or an amateur level. So I started playing the violin at the age of 5.
Coming from Brazil, you have a few like hills in Rio de Janeiro, but not like high mountains like here. So I didn't know much about it. And then when I moved to Salzburg, I saw that people would go hiking all the time. And I Googled like mountains to hike in Salzburg, and then I saw Berg.
In England, we don't have so many mountains, so to say, and I never really was a hiker. And then I came to Salzburg and I started dating an Austrian. And I would say most Austrians are very fit and they love the mountains. I moved around a lot, and I think I always had this sense of I wanted to find a place of belonging. I had a bit of my heart in South Africa, a bit in England, but I never really felt that I belonged somewhere and I had really a home. And ironically, Salzburg has really become that place.
I met Jacqui in Salzburg at the theater, actually. I was already dancing at the theater, and then when we met, she had just auditioned.
Oh gosh, where did I first meet Larissa?
And she was doing her Probezeit, and we had some friends in common.
But also, and I only realized this kind of later, I work with the Mozarteum Orchestra in Salzburg, and we play in the Landestheater.
And then, I don't know, I would always see her during the rehearsals and the premieres. And
yeah. We did a production where she was the main role on the stage. I think that was a Tchaikovsky ballet. I can't quite remember what it was. But I remember being really astounded by her talent on the stage. And yeah, we've just kept in contact and been friends since then. playing violin or any instrument at a high level is almost a kind of sport, and it comes with a lot of mental challenges too. And since living in Salzburg, I've gotten more into running and hiking and things like that. And I used to think that would take away all of my energy, and then I would not have enough energy to practice and to play concerts. But actually, ironically, that has turned into the one thing to give me energy. It just gives one a feeling of peace.
I think what's really amazing about doing your art in the mountains is that nature is a huge source of inspiration. So it's just really nice to go out there and dance. And I think for Jacqui it's also a great feeling to play in this beautiful surrounding and to have all the colors and all the inputs and the wind and the view. And yes, I think that's a really great experience.
It was quite ironic when I moved to Salzburg. I really thought this was for 2 years. I would do my master studies and go back to London. And very ironically, I think it was in the first 2 weeks of being here that I met my now best friend and my now husband. This is now 7.5 years ago.
I don't know, the future for me at the moment is very open. I like Salzburg, I love Salzburg. I'm happy staying here. I'm also happy going back to Brazil for a few months. I guess I would never say never, or I'll never say like I'm staying here forever. I'm keeping things open, but Salzburg is definitely one of my homes.